Nigerians are becoming more and more interested in bodybuilding, and the culture surrounding the sport is expanding quickly in recent years. In Nigeria, bodybuilding has gained popularity as a fitness sport for both sexes, with several persons competing in both national and international events. The popularity of fitness and well-being, the expansion of the health and fitness business, and the impact of social media are a few causes for the emergence of bodybuilding culture in Nigeria. The social media success of many Nigerian bodybuilders has increased the sport's popularity in the nation by allowing them to showcase their training regimens, diets, and triumphs in competitions. The governing body for bodybuilding in Nigeria is the Nigerian Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation, or NBFF, which is in charge of setting up contests, marketing the sport, and enforcing rules about it. To guarantee that Nigerian bodybuilders have access to international contests and training possibilities, the NBFF has also formed relationships with foreign organizations. Nigeria has a big influence in the bodybuilding competition throughout the world, as we have witnessed many talented bodybuilders with extreme physiques. Competition in the bodybuilding industry has been tough amongst Nigerian bodybuilders lately. Our focus is on the rivalry between two Nigerian beasts, Samson Dauda and Andrew Jacked. They have previously shared a stage at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, where both competitors were seen giving their best. Chinedu Nigerian professional bodybuilder, trainer and fitness influencer Andrew Bikia, better known as Andrew Jacked, was born in 1985 and currently resides in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. His latest victory came at the 2022 Arnold Classic in Birmingham, UK. Before becoming one of the most renowned bodybuilders of the 2020s, Andrew initially made headlines while working out with powerlifter Larry Williams. His huge yet classic physique is reminiscent of the golden age of bodybuilding rather than the mass physiques of the present day. Former military officer Andrew Jacked is also a kickboxer, crossfitter, and electrical engineer. He relocated to Dubai for personal reasons, and he has since lived and trained there. The 37-year-old has benefited from the change, as he now holds an IFBB Pro card and is a strong competitor in the men's open category. After taking first place in the first EBBF Ajman bodybuilding and physique contest, Andrew Jacked became well known in the local scene. The tournament took place in April 2021 in UAE, and an estimated 200 bodybuilders competed in the exhibition. Andrew made his bodybuilding debut in the event. He was given the IFBB Elite Pro card for his victory. Only 1 week later, the Nigerian bodybuilder won another IFBB Elite Pro League competition. He then entered the 2022 Arnold Classic Amateur with a sight set on the IFBB Pro League. He received the IFBB Pro card thanks to a convincing victory at the competition. At this point, Andrew's remarkable figure was the talk of the whole world's bodybuilding community. The 37-year-old future was anticipated to be bright by seasoned athletes like Jay Cutler, Samir Bannout, Chris Cormier, and Milo Sarchev, and he quickly rose to the top of the prospect list. Because of the hype surrounding his name, Andrew Jacked became well known among both casual and ardent bodybuilding enthusiasts. But let us focus on Samson Dauda for a while. While Samson Dauda was born in Nigeria, he now resides in the UK. He's a shining example of how bodybuilding is a burgeoning international sport. He didn't decide to discuss bodybuilding with local gym owner Chris Jones until after receiving several remarks from rugby teammates encouraging him to compete. Dauda declined when Jones explained the preparation procedure to him until he witnessed the 2013 Olympia, which was won by Phil Heath. Dauda was awestruck by Phil Heath's physique and made the decision to pursue a career in bodybuilding then and there. In April 2014, Samson Dauda participated in his first bodybuilding competition. He participated in the beginning competition in the morning, but the promoter subsequently allowed him to participate in the main show because he believed Dauda had a chance to win the entire event. Samson was surprised to take home the winning trophy that day, which marked the beginning of his career. Samson Dauda's training is unique in that it frequently involves a lot of volume. He does fewer exercises and divides up his routines to target certain muscular areas, but his rep ranges are greater. Dauda usually does 3 to 5 workouts for each muscle group. Like for legs, Samson trains cruel to the core. Even though there are just a few exercises involved, he makes the most of each one. His back and chest undoubtedly shows the extensive, intensive, and frequent training he engages in. When it comes to his push and pull day, he doesn't mess about. He hits different muscle groups hard and effectively. For his diet, Samson begins each day in the off-season with a hearty breakfast of oats, eggs, and protein drink. Dauda normally has 4 steak dinners and 1 chicken meal during the remainder of the day. Rice or spaghetti, as well as other meals like sweet potatoes, smoothies, or yogurt drinks are served with a protein of choice. He consumes 6 tiny meals in all during the day. The main focus of a demanding bodybuilding diet is to support muscular growth with little to no attention paid to flavor. For his nutrition during the off-season, Dauda employs items like various sauces and olive oil to make the dish more palatable. With a few modifications to the food amounts, Dauda's competition prep diet is comparable to the off-season diet. In the interests of sticking to the diet, he typically omits sauces and other toppings for most of his meals. But for Andrew, for total all-around growth, he adopts a workout regimen that focuses on isolating every muscle group. He has shared many exercise videos over the past year, providing a look into his training schedule. In order to push his limitations and be ready for the most renowned bodybuilding competition, Andrew Jacked worked with seasoned bodybuilders like Rolly Winklar and 7-time Mr. Olympia champion Flex Lewis. However, up until this point, Andrew Jacked hasn't been too candid about his food and nutrition. On the podcast hosted by 8-time Mr. Olympia Ronnie Coleman on his YouTube site, he did give a glance into his nutrition. The meals Andrew Jacked consumes off-season were then discussed. He begins his day with some eggs and oatmeal. Simple meals of chicken, rice, and broccoli are had for the remainder of the day. For 5 dinners, Andrew purchases 1 entire chicken and divides it into 200-gram chunks. After that, he consumes it together with 100 grams of rice or broccoli. In addition, the Nigerian bodybuilder drinks protein shakes to fulfill his daily protein needs. As we've discussed their workout routine and their diets, let's recap onto their rivalry. As mentioned before, Andrew and Samson shared the same stage in the 2022 Mr. Olympia, where Andrew and Samson both debuted in their first ever Olympia, securing himself in the 8th position and Samson in 6th position. Although the numbers might not look too glorious, it is quite remarkable given their first ever Olympia. Samson's overall balance is the reason Andrew came in lower than Samson. Andrew still has to develop his hamstrings and glutes. Although Andrew's back shots are lackluster, if you observe them from the waist up, his front is incredibly dominant. Samson also did better in posing comparatively, where Andrew failed to fully show the definitions of his muscle for egg, rear double biceps, where his hamstring seemed weak next to Samson. Jacked would definitely also need to focus on his poses to present himself to his fullest potential. However, this was not the end. The two again competed in the 2023 Arnold Classic. This year's Arnold Classic included a total of 7 classes, with the men's open taking the top spot. In Columbus, the finals got underway on Friday night with a crowning of new champions by Classic Physique, Fitness, and Wellness. With players like Nick Walker and Big Ramy entering their names into the show, the men's open field was loaded with star power. New talent is shown on stage by Andrew Jacked and Samson Dauda. On March 3, 2023, prejudging revealed that Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, and Andrew Jacked were among the contenders for the title. Yet, in the judges' view, nothing was definite. Arnold Schwarzenegger attended the finals, which were held on Saturday, March 4, 2023, at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. Samson walked out the competition with first place, with Nick on second and Andrew securing the 3rd position. However, most fans out there weren't quite happy with the results, as many were expecting Nick to win the competition, but things went very differently. Many were not convinced with the conditioning of Samson, saying his muscles didn't have enough definition, where Nick was basically picture perfect. Nick was 3rd in the front shots due to his location. His quads seemed smaller as a result of his attempts at absolute gas conditioning. Hence, there wasn't much pop in that regard. He does, however, control the back shots. Samson, in my opinion, had the best overall package when it came to appearance, posture, balance, X-frame, and stage presence. Without a doubt, I wouldn't have been dissatisfied regardless of how it turned out. I have the utmost respect for both of them and their spirit of rivalry. The Olympia will now be much more intriguing as a result of this. Our channel is new, and if you like our videos, please support us by subscribing to the channel. Do you have any ideas for videos we can make, characters to feature on the channel, or suggestions for improvement? Write them in the comments, it would be of great help.